Alright folks, once again it's your boy Jakari from Twisted Nightmare Gaming, and I got my boy Austin here.
Hey, what's up?
Called it! Fucking called it, folks! I called it! Literally right before we started recording this, I said, anything else? Anything else? Good. Watch he does it right when I get ready to start.
Yeah, well, I'm Austin. I'm here today with Altergeist. I'm pretty sure it's like top 5 in the format now that, you know, all the good decks are gone.
Yeah.
And I'm here to show you guys what I'm working with.
Alright.
So to start, pretty standard. It's got 3 Marionetta. If you don't know what the card does, it sets an Altergeist trap on normal summon, and then you can target an Altergeist card you control, and then an Altergeist monster in the grave, and you can switch them. So you can get rid of trap cards, bring monster, play multi-faker, or you can bring out Meluseek, who I'll show you right now. I also run 3 Altergeist Meluseek. It can attack directly when it does battle damage. You send a card non-targeting from their field to the grave.
Yep.
And when it hits the graveyard, you can search for an Altergeist monster from your deck. So as I was saying with Marionetta, you can target Meluseek in the grave or the field to bring it out and then link it, and then no matter what, you're getting the search, normally for multi-faker, which is the best monster deck I'll show you in a second. He's also level 1, so if you have Link Karibo in your extra deck, which I do, you can just get rid of him easily to search whatever monster you're looking for. Next, we got Tuso Quitus. This card just bounces an Altergeist card you control and a card they control, and when he hits grave, you can get a trap back from the grave. Pretty standard stuff. Pretty much everyone runs 2 just in case. And then one sad day, but we got 1 multi-faker. Ban list a few months ago hit us hard, but we're working.
Yet people still can rock that shit with just 1.
Hey, you know what? 1 works. We know 1 does the sauce, but I wish we had 3. It's specials of when it's special summoned, it plays an Altergeist from your deck, but you can special summon it whenever you activate a trap.
Yep.
This card's fucking busted. It's the shit. And then the 1 Kunkery. It's not a great card, you don't really want it, but you can get it off spoofing. When they attack, you can negate the attack, special summon it in defense because it has no attack. And then you target a card on the field, and as long as Kunkery stays, that card's negated. So you can get over like Floodgates if there's something you're not looking forward to, like Unending Nightmare, which is hard for this deck. And then the final monster is just 3 Ash Blossom. Since if I go first, this deck pretty much wins. I don't want to lose when I go second, and Ash Blossom is just a really good card, so naturally run that. And then for the spells, I run 2 Desires. So the reason I don't run Extravagance is not only because I'm poor, but I think Super Poly is actually really good this format. So it works out both ways. If you don't know, you should, but you just banish 10, draw 2. Pray to God you don't banish multi-faker. You normally want to search out your multi-faker before you use this card, because if you banish multi-faker, it's a real uphill game. And then to the traps, we have 3 Solemn Judgment, 3 Solemn Strike, and then the 1 Warning. I know warnings went to 3, but I feel like with how much life points cost there is and how this game doesn't have my deck doesn't really have too much protection.
Now you want to hear a funny tech that my boy has in his version?
Oh, what's your boy run? Guiding Ariadne?
Yep.
My friend was telling me to run the Guiding Ariadne.
The counter fairy card of the century.
Yeah.
Guiding Ariadne. I ain't paying shit for this, but you finna take this work.
Yeah, I thought about running it, but I would just rather have another negate or another card. But no, I think it's not a bad idea. If you want to run 3 warning, I can see the 1 Ariadne. It's not that bad.
See, that's the thing. I'm not about to sit here and run the full. I'll probably do 2, 2, and 2 before I do anything else.
Yeah,
because I don't want to open with a handful of Solemns, and I've had that happen to me.
Yeah.
Because I opened up. I remember when I first built this deck. I was no, not even when I first built it. But after Judgment came with the 3, I rebuilt the deck, and I opened up Strike, Warning, Judgment. Set 5 pass.
Yeah, no, that's a tragic hand. You lose life as you do it, but I really like the 1 Warning just because if they play Inspector Border and Denko in the sideboard, you can't strike that on summon, but you can warning it. You can also go for Judgment, but that's also half your life point, so this is good middle ground for it. Also going to stop Shadows for when they come in. I run the 3 Infinite Impermanence, and Altergeist, this is probably like the best non-Altergeist trap, simply because turn 1 or turn 0, if your opponent goes first, you can play this from the hand to negate, and then activate multi-faker from the hand, so you activated the trap, play Silk Quidditch from the deck.
That happened to me when the card first came out.
Yeah, and then you get a bounce. It's a lot, you know. Like if you have Imperm and multi-faker in the same hand, it's pretty much game. And then I run the 3 Triple Heavy Storm Duster. There's not too much back row removal, and I feel like Altergeist and Guru Control, just back row is going to be really strong right now. So I opted to run the 3 Heavy Storm Duster, and it also, since it's a trap, It can proc multi-figure, so that's always good.
Makes sense. That Dust Tornado.
Yeah, it puts in work.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Keep going.
Then we got the 3 protocol.
Okay.
This card is so broken. When this card's on board, they can Ass Blossom you, they can't Veiler, they can't hand trap anything because your Altergeist cards on the field, the activation end cards cannot be negated. And then you can send an Altergeist card from field to grave to negate a monster effect and destroy it. This card is absolutely insane. The amount of times people try to negate cards, or like when I activate the effect to destroy a monster, they'll like use Pen Magician, negate protocol. It even protects itself because it can't be negated, so it won't be destroyed by that stuff. This card is insane. You can search it off of Marionetter.
Yep.
This is what makes
That's normally the first card you go for, right?
Yeah, definitely. This is what makes the deck as broken as it is. You don't need to run call by or anything because they can't ash your cards. And then I run the 3 personal spoofing. Also, if this trap had Altergeist in its name, it would be maybe better than protocol.
If that card had Altergeist in his name, it would be at 1 right now.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the only reason why it's still at 3 is the simple fact of it does not say Altergeist in the. It doesn't say Altergeist spoofing or anything like that.
Yeah, the reason you want Altergeist in the name is because all the cards can either bring back or search for Altergeist traps, so you have to raw draw into this one. But what it lets you do is you shuffle an Altergeist card from field or hand to your deck as cost, and then after that you search for any Altergeist monster. But the great thing about this card is if you have it set, you can activate it and then use its effect to shuffle, say, anything back into the deck, even a trap, or like, even if you have this on field and they try to twin twist it, you can shuffle it back into the deck for cost, and then you can add multi-faker.
Yep.
And then since you activated this, you still get timing on multi-faker, play multi-faker, activate its effect, get a bounce. It is insane. This card is
I know, you did the shit on me, I remember.
I'm sorry, man. I gotta do what I gotta do.
Yeah, we're gonna relive this moment, that first duel where he literally solemn struck me 3 times in the opening turn. I was like, you go, activate this, solemn strike, activate this, solemn
strike,
bruh.
Yeah, what am I gonna do? Yeah, something to watch out for though is that this card doesn't have Altergeist in the name, so they can Ash Blossom it even if you have the 1 protocol, and it shuffles for cost. So if they have a twin twister or something that you know of, you don't want to use this until you bait it out, since he will still shuffle the card back as cost.
Right.
Just something to look out for. And then I run the 2 Altergeist Manifestation.
So why not? My question is, why not 3?
So I don't like 3.
Or why not 1?
Okay, so I'll tell you why. I run 2. So if you run 3, you see it too much. It's not a card you really want to open with. Like, it's not a great card, but it is a card that I want to have in the deck to search for. But the also thing is, when it's in grave, you can banish it to add an Altergeist trap from grave, like protocol. So I do want to have, I want to be able to use that effect and still use Silcoitus to bring this back. I still want to have 1 to work with while using its effect to bring back protocol. I feel like 2 is the right number to where I don't draw in too many. I feel like 1, it can get banished by desires and it's just out of the game. I really like how this is a 2. That's just my personal thoughts. Oh, another real cool thing with this card. If you have Silcoitus on board, let's say this is set. Manifestation, target, anyone, Marionetter. You can chain with Silcoitus to send this to hand to bounce one of their cards, and it still resolves. This gets on field and it doesn't get destroyed, and you just keep the trap for the next turn. It's something a lot of people don't realize and they'll like call for judge, but that's exactly how it works. It's really good if you can do that. Because that's it. You don't even have to bounce a card. You just get it back for free.
Yeah, I had that done to me in the past.
Yeah, it's real solid.
I've done it to somebody too. It was funny as shit.
Yeah. Now here's where the traps get a little more wacky. I run the 1 crackdown. I think I like the card at 1.
No. You come on now. I played it on you yesterday in Zombies. Come on now.
Yeah, crackdown. I feel like it's good.
Crackdown is that deal.
Solid card.
In fact, he summons Silcoitus. I cracked down it immediately. Makes sure he couldn't do shit with it.
Crackdown's a real solid card. And now these last 3, this is a little something, alright?
Go for it.
So I was thinking heroes running around a little bit too much. They got a little, they're pretty strong. But what they don't have is an out for Storming Mirror Force.
Bruh.
Hero, actually, every time they play Stratos, they're going to search for the most part. Or if they have a pop, they're going to use it on one of the Altergeist cards that they see. Or Waking the Dragon, since I have that in the side as a possibility. This card is so good. Hero has pretty much no out. There's no hero deck right now runs Acid. And for the Stratos, they always want to search to accelerate their plays and make sure they can kill you through all your negates. It's just a blowout versus hero. They play every card in their hand. They set up a 6-card board, plasma, all this stuff. You can't do anything. You just flip, storming, they scoop. It's just game right there. I think it was really. I actually won a match of hero because of this card. I think this card's really good. I was gonna try to run Trap Trick because you can bring out Manifestation or Imperm, but I didn't think it was worth it in the end. But I do think Storming is a real good tech.
That was actually a really good tech call right there.
Yeah, I think this is getting.
What was that last jank in your hand? Go ahead.
This last jank is something that I think every Altergeist player should run, but I don't see it run. I've never seen it run. Skill Drain. So I know people.
My man!
Hey, let's go. So I know people are thinking, why are you running Skill Drain? Literally every single
monster. Because the protocol's on field, if the minute the Altergeist monsters hit field, they get there.
Exactly. With protocol, the activation and effects of your Altergeist cards cannot be negated, so Skill Drain is just for your opponent.
Yep.
No other Altergeist player runs this, and it blows my mind. Every single card has a field effect that you want, but you can get protocol so easily. You have spoofing to add Marionetta to get him. You have 3 Marionetta, you have 3 of him. You run like 9 in this card.
Yep.
Crazy to me that people don't run it. Absolutely insane take. It just blows out entire decks. Pen Magician, you flip Skill Drain, they negate it, you just protocol, and that's game. What are they doing, Onto the side deck. With the new addition of Spiral and Heroes and how crazy they go, I think Droll and Lockbird is going to be one of the best side cards this format. In case you guys don't know, you just discard it after the first search, and they can't do any more drawing, no searches. This card is insane. Like, I feel so many decks right now.
Yeah, it was the bane of everybody who played against Trickstars back in the day.
Exactly, yeah. Back in the day, they did the rejuvenation shenanigans, but I think this card is really solid right now, and I expect it to spike up a little bit. But I got my playset, so I'm fine. And worst case scenario,
I got my playset too. So
hey, worst case scenario, normal summon, play Link Karibo. Man, that's wild. I run the 2-sphere mode. I feel like the biggest weakness of Altergeist is that they can pop if they pop your spells and traps and going second. So this entire side deck is made to fix that. Drill a lot for going second.
Why are you showing us side deck?
Sphere mode to go second.
I appreciate him doing the side deck.
Hey, Pankratops on the same thing, all for going second.
Too bad it's down to 1.
Yeah, I don't mind it too much, but it's a little rough. Then I run the 3 Super Polys.
The reason why it hurt me is because I also am a Dino Wrestler player. So the main card that you want is that one. Kind of like when, because of PK Fire, when Terratop went to 1, I was like, well, there goes my entire game plan with playing goddamn speedroids.
Dude, I'm so used to the ban list hitting me indirectly. Back when Cleaforts were a thing, I played Yang Zing. 3 Skill Drain was so nice, but Cleafort had to ruin it. Super Poly, I'll show you the target fill in a second, but I think this card is just super, super good right now.
Okay.
Again, going second is a problem, so I've ran 3 evenly.
Okay.
And you can even play multi-figure off the resolution of that and just pop off in the battle phase. And for the last 3, I run 2 Waking the Dragon. When it gets popped, you play an extra deck card from the deck. It's just
probably the Raid Raptor one?
Yeah, the Raid Raptor one Falcon. I'll show you that in a second. And then I run the Unending Nightmare to help versus the other control matchups, whether it's Guru or Altergeist. I think they're pretty big right now, so I do want to have a card for them.
Okay.
And of course, it's a trap, so I can play multi-figure with it.
Right.
And then for the extra deck, keeping in mind Super Poly and Waking the Dragon. First off, I run the Almirage.
Okay.
Lets me send any card from the grave. People originally ran it with Sangan, but I think it's still good even without Sangan, because it can help you protect, say, like Silk Quidditch if they try to pop it, so you're not forced to use your bounce right away. I run 2 Link Karibo. I was running 1, but I think 2's better, so that if they try to like call by it when you use its effect to use it again, you still have the second option for it.
Right.
I run 3 Altergeist Hexia. This card, it gains the attack of an Altergeist monster that it points to, and it points down and right.
Yeah.
And then if a spell or trap's activated, you can negate it by triggering that Altergeist monster. And then when it hits grave, you search any Altergeist card. So a lot of times what's even worth it to do is if you have, say, like Hexia and any monster, Meluseek, whatever, you link these 2 just into another Hexia.
Yep.
And then you just get to search for any card. If it's Silk, you get a trap from grave, Meluseek, 1 from deck. this card can plus so hard, it's insane. And it's your option against Trav.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the mirror match is pretty much decided. Whoever gets Hexia first, because you just stop the protocol and you got it. I run the Hida, the Fire Charmer. The fire targets being Almirage, another reason to run that, and Hexia.
Okay.
Just helps accelerate link plays for, I'll show you, Ningirsu. This card just helps break a lot of cards. Honestly, it gets me out of everything. Avermax, you know, all that stuff. This card is just a really good out to whatever. I like it a lot. And then the standard Phoenix, spell and chat removal can be important. You know, you just want that one.
Absolutely.
And now, I'll be honest. The rest of this is a little whack, but I think it's pretty solid right now. I run the 2 Starving Venom. It just super poly targets off 2 dark.
Bruh, you ain't the only one.
Oh no, it gets worse. One of the Predaplants, yeah, Dragostapelia.
Oh, okay.
That's a fusion and a dark. Now this is where it gets a little sus. Infernoid Tierra. I felt like Laranoid was actually really good this format, and I saw one in the pod that I was playing for the Invitational. So if I played against him, this card, you can out when they do the feast board, they always play one with the name of Tierra, Devyati, and it'll have like 2 or 3 more. So you just super poly the entire board, Tierra. What are they like? It's crazy the amount of things you can do with this card. I think I want to take this out for the Vision Hero Trinity, who can go off 3 hero monsters. But
either Trinity or Sunrise.
I think it's Trinity, but I don't know. I gotta look.
Because now a lot of them are starting to run Sunrise into their check Sunrise and take out Trinity now.
Are they? Yeah, I'm gonna have to see, but I think Super Poly targets can get a lot more creative now that the meta is diverse. It didn't come up because I didn't play the guy in the pod, but I think this is not a bad target for it. I run the 1 Chimera Tech. I think Cybers is also really good right now, so I just ran this as a blowout card. You know, they set up their board, I just contact them all. 5k beater. Pretty hard to get over. And then for the Waking the Dragon target, I run Ray Raptor, Ultimate Falcon.
Yep.
He just can be affected by your opponent's card effect, and he's a 35k beater. So it's just really hard to manage to get over him. And especially when you have all the negates, the Solms, the Stormwings, and everything behind them.
Right.
If they power Waking the Dragon, it's pretty much game if you got a solid game state. And that's it for the Altergeist deck.
All right, man. So if there's anything, would you change anything out of the deck at all?
Well, I'd change anything.
Besides
the
Tierra?
Hero? Yeah,
Well, I mean, besides the hero, yeah.
I'm not too sure. I think the 1 Crackdown could change.
To what, exactly?
I'm not too sure. I was looking at a lot of cards.
And you're probably one of very few people I've seen who plays literally just Desire spell cards. Oh, I'm done.
Yeah, just the Desire spell cards. I gotta be honest, I think Extravagance is solid, but I think it also like limits the diversity of what your side deck can be, because I feel like Super Poly is such a bigger blowout card, then I'm okay to banish the 10 cards from my deck that probably won't end up mattering since I can search out multi-figure. But to have Super Poly and just scoop someone's entire board up for a beat stick, I feel like that's almost invaluable. And so does my wallet, so it all works out.
And there you go. And that's all that matters, is your wallet.
Yeah, I think Altergeist is the top 5 deck right now. I'm expecting to see a lot more play, and I'm excited to see how it turns out.
I'm not gonna shit you. I was not expecting you to drop Altergeist against me off it.
Yeah.
I was like, I can run zombies against Orcus and sit here and laugh because I've actually beaten Orcus with zombies. Spiral ends up becoming an issue until I drop Zombie World, and then I look at them and laugh.
Yeah, you just hear Rivalry Zombie World. What are they doing?
It's like, you summoning what again? Yeah. Oh, you summoning from your graveyard. Oh, okay, cool. Go ahead. Because that's zombies. That's fine. Mm-hmm. Those are zombies now.
Yeah, but they can do
I'm okay with that.
them.
And then and then if I'm playing Gravekeepers like I did against Spirals a couple of years ago, I dropped Necroval. So you're doing what with your graveyard? It literally became, can I get Necro Valley on field before they start any of the Spiral combo? Oh, I got Necro Valley? Cool. I got Temples on field? Oh, the game's over.
Yeah, you can lock that graveyard up. They ain't touching
No. It's not even lock the graveyard up. It's any Gravekeeper monster, Necro Valley, and Temples. Temples literally goes, you got Gravekeepers? Oh, you ain't special summon. All right, have fun. Do what you need to do. But you can't special summon anything that's not Gravekeeper.
Yeah, that deck looks crazy. I was wanting to build that like a while ago, but I never got around to it.
That was one of the first decks I actually went all out trying to build years ago, and I've just kept it. That and zombies. So
yeah, no, that sounds like a cool deck.
But yeah, I actually, like I said, I built this a long time ago. It's sitting in my binder collecting dust right now because now that it's viable again, I'm just like, I don't really want to jump back on that bandwagon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just stick with my zombies and just be like, my zombies and my Gravekeepers, and maybe go back to running dinos.
Yeah, I think zombies pretty solid right now too. I wouldn't be surprised to see it pick up more play.
Maybe. Because the number one criticism is that it can be, it either tends to break or it can be too slow at times. So, but yeah, hey, I appreciate it, man. Anything else you want to? Any shout outs you want to do, man?
Yeah, shout outs to the boys, Team Zoopals, bro. My absolute legends, Mo, Max, Gavin, Yu-Gi-Oh Kings, absolutely. Oh yeah, Orange Juice, bro. Orange Juice, Zoopals, y'all the boys. That's the boys. Like, thanks for having me.
All right, man. Appreciate it. This has been Jakari, Twist of Nightmare Gaming signing off. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell for all notifications. Check y'all later.